everybody. Steven here from Off the Shelf Movie Night to talk to you about Big Trouble in Little China. So if you like physical media, home theaters, and just general movie talk, please give me a subscribe, give me a like, and hit that notification bell so you'll see all the cool stuff I've got coming up. I've got a lot of coverage of things coming up. Probably some more things that I didn't cover from Black Friday and all that sort of thing. So join me and let's talk about movies and physical media. Anyway, on to Big Trouble in Little China. This is a special Steelbook edition from Shoutfactory. I've been looking forward to this for a while. I had pre-ordered it and it finally came in Friday, and I've just been so busy and haven't had a chance to crack into it and talk to you guys about it. I did watch it already, and I've gone through the bonus features. That I made time to do because I was just too excited to not get into it. I'm shooting at this angle for this particular episode because I've got a really busy production week on my own documentary project, and just it takes a long time to set the other angle up and shoot with me in the shot and all that sort of thing. And I feel like this is really what you want to see anyway. This is the important thing for this particular episode, so you can get a good look at this Steelbook. The artwork is good on its own. It's really cool, but if you own other Shoutfactory Steelbooks from the John Carpenter's filmography, then it's even better because it continues a style that they set with other releases such as The Fog and Assault on Precinct 13 and Prince of Darkness, that sort of thing. So if you have any of those, this is going to look great on the shelf beside them. So this is the front, as you see here. Let's take a look. Here is the spine for you. Okay. There's the back. Just lay this down so you can get a look. One thing about it is it does really grab up the fingerprints, as you can see with the light coming down on top of it. Artwork on the back is super cool. So let me see if I can, I'm going to come out of the shot for just a second. You guys can look at my dirty tablecloth there. So I can open this up. The one thing I don't like about these Shoutfactory releases is no artwork on the inside of the case. We do get a quote from the film, just like their other releases, that's there. And we get some artwork on the discs, which is cool. So let me just pop this one out so you can compare. Move it over here for you. There you go. So there's the movie Blu-ray and the special features disc. The film looks great. It looks as good. It looks better than it ever has before. Colors are great. Sound is good. It's not mind-blowing. It's not. None of this is going to be demo-worthy. This is an old film and it looks old, but the colors are good. The detail is good. The film grain structure is pretty good for the most part, and the sound is fine. You get that John Carpenter soundtrack that makes most all of his films from this era just rock. Now, if you haven't seen this movie for some crazy reason, this needs to be on your must-buy list. A quick, I'm not really here to review the movie because we all know how cool this movie is. An old-school Carpenter film. It's very different than his traditional horror films of the era. It's got horror elements for sure, but it's got science fiction elements, it's got fantasy elements, it's funny, all this stuff is there. This is just a fascinating, weird little film that's just a ton of fun to watch. Where this really shines is the bonus features. There are so many. So they've collected previous bonus features and shot some new things too. Most of the meat of the bonus features is in the actor interviews, actors from the film, mostly the small, well, I wouldn't say smaller actors. We just, of course, don't get our lead actor there, but we do get quite a few interviews from the main cast. So one thing I will complain about, I'm a documentary filmmaker myself, so maybe I'm nitpicking here, but if you watch all of these interviews back to back, just in one long session like I did, they begin to feel a little monotonous in their production. To put up title cards that basically tell you what questions were asked is a little bit weak in the production. That can be dealt with by better execution of Q&A. They could have just asked the questions in a more clear, concise way and worked with the people they were interviewing to get the answers right. So with that said, there's a lot of great information here. The actors talk about what it was like on the set, what it was like working with cast and crew, and sort of how they felt about the film when it was made versus how they feel about it now all these years later. one actor in particular addresses some issues the film had when it was originally made from other Asians feeling like this film didn't do them a service because it played on some Asian stereotypes of the time. Now, what the film really meant to do was to spoof or send up martial arts movies that were popular in that era and the years before the movie was made. And by doing that, of course, they did sort of step on some stereotypes. So they were right and they were wrong at the same time. I think they were right in feeling, but wrong in where the heart of the movie is. The heart of the movie is not trying to do a disservice or insult anyone. It's just sort of sending up the classic martial arts film by playing on the sort of formula that was set by those films. So it's interesting to hear the actors discuss that, and they talk about their feelings on it, and how one actor in particular talks about how he was not treated so well by other Asian American actors who just didn't feel he should be part of the film. And looking back now, the film has played at some Asian film festivals and that sort of thing, and it's respected and appreciated for what it was trying to do. And not trying to do, really. If you watch the film, it's really good. So what it did do, it just wasn't understood at that time. And of course, this is a very different film from Halloween, so people got a little something different. Now, if you play this back to back with something like Escape from New York, it kind of makes sense. From a director's trajectory in their that sort of creativity. So, overall, I want to say that if you are a fan of Carpenter, you need to buy this. If you are a fan of cool films from the 80s, you need to buy this. If you are a fan of Kurt Russell, this is a must-buy. And if you are a fan of old school martial arts films, you should buy this release. I really have very few complaints, other than the production of the bonus features. Let me just put this back here for you. What did you think of this? Have you seen this film before? What were your opinions on Big Trouble in Little China? Did you get this release? What is your opinion on it? Maybe you like it, or maybe you don't. Let me know in the comments. Also, again, let's talk about film together. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and hit that notification button so you'll know when all the cool stuff I've got coming shows up on YouTube. If you feel like it, and I'd really appreciate it if you followed me over on Instagram, because I do post pictures of pickups that I get that I don't cover in this show. There were some Black Friday things that I took pictures of and didn't really cover here, and you'll see those over there, and I'll be happy to talk to you about those too. You can find me at otsmovienight on Instagram. There's a Facebook page, Off the Shelf Movie Night. I'm happy to talk to you there too, and that's kind of another place that I collect all the episodes of the show here on the channel. I would love to hear your thoughts on what you'd like to see added to this channel. Is there something you don't get from other physical media channels that you'd like to see? Please let me know. Now, I have been told that not enough coverage is given to bonus features, and that's fine with me because I love bonus features. That is more than 50% of why I buy physical media, so I will be trying to focus on that a little bit more. If there's something you'd like to discuss bonus feature-wise, it's a catalog title, something's been out for a while, please put it in the comments. I'll do a review and we can talk about the bonus features, the good, the bad, and the ugly of it. So I guess that'll bring this show to an end. I will probably see you later in the week. I want to do a part 2 on organizing media. I did talk about that in a previous episode of the show, and I've been working on organizing my shelves a little bit more and have some feelings on my choices and why I'm not as thrilled as I thought I would be on how I decided to organize things, and I'll probably end up redoing it. Also, take a look at my episode on the death of physical media. Let me know what you think. Is physical media dying? Is it better now than it's ever been? What do you think? Anyway, that's enough of me talking for now. One more quick look at the entire Steelbook here from Shoutfactory, and I'll see you next time. And until then, pull something cool off the shelf. Watch a movie and share some physical media.